Hey everyone! In recent news, a significant development in international trade has everyone buzzing. I'm talking about President Biden's latest move in the ongoing trade tensions between the United States and China. So, what's happening exactly? Well, the Biden administration is reportedly gearing up to announce new tariffs on imports of goods from China. And not just any goods. This time, it's specifically targeting products like electric vehicles, which are considered crucial in today's push towards renewable energy. Now, why electric vehicles, you might wonder? It turns out these new tariffs aren't just about balancing trade. They're part of a larger strategy tied directly to Biden's industrial and economic policies. Remember the Inflation Reduction Act and the CHIPS and Science Act? These legislations aim to boost domestic sectors such as clean energy and technology. So, by imposing tariffs, the administration hopes to stimulate American manufacturing and job creation in these critical industries. President Biden mentioned, "When folks see shovels in the ground on all these projects, when they see new pipes being laid and people going to work, I hope they feel the pride that I feel. Pride in their hometowns making a comeback." This sentiment is especially targeted at swing states like Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, which have seen significant job losses due to manufacturing moving offshore. But there's more to this story. Analysts are suggesting that these tariffs, while significant, might also have a symbolic element. They signal a firm stance against China's growing influence in global markets, particularly in sectors that are strategic for future economies. How will China respond to these tariffs? That remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. The implications of these tariffs will ripple through economies and might redefine some aspects of the global trade landscape. That's it for today's update. Make sure to keep an eye on this developing story, as its potential impact on global trade, economic policies, and even your everyday life cannot be understated. Thanks for tuning in. Pause 2S. Following President Biden's announcement of new tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles, global markets have reacted with a mix of apprehension and volatility. Let's dive into how different parts of the world are responding to these significant shifts in U.S. trade policy. In Europe, leaders are cautiously assessing the potential ripple effects on their own economic engagements with China. The European Union, which has been navigating its own complex relationship with China, is particularly watchful as any disruption could affect their trade negotiations. Meanwhile, in Asia, countries like Japan and South Korea, known for their substantial automotive industries, are on edge. They are closely monitoring whether their export-driven economies might face similar challenges or whether opportunities could arise from these shifts in trade dynamics. Back in the United States, the stock market showed immediate reactions with significant dips in the shares of multinational corporations, especially those with heavy investments in clean energy and manufacturing sectors linked to electric vehicles. Financial analysts are debating whether these tariffs could lead to a trade war similar to the one seen during the Trump administration, which had long-lasting effects on global economic stability. As the world braces for China's response, the uncertainty continues to loom over international markets, affecting decisions in boardrooms and government halls alike. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this unfolding story, bringing you the latest updates and expert analyses on how these new tariffs could reshape global economic landscapes.